goalkeeper, Mirxes.
Welcome back to the OCBC Arena for Game 2 on Day 3 of the Mirxes Nations Cup. I'm Brittany Carter, and joining me for this second game is former player Pavin Nair. Pav, welcome back to the mic.
Hi Brittany, welcome. Thank you for welcoming back. It's been a pleasure commentating with you for day 3 of the Mirxes Nations Cup 2023.
Yeah, we have Papua New Guinea and Singapore A coming up on the court. So we're about to find out who is going to take the court for each of these teams. And Papua New Guinea, the ones to beat, 2 from 2 so far. Singapore A, 1 from 2. Looking for another win here.
OCBC Arena, let's play Netball! Mirxes Nations Cup 2023 in Singapore A, taking on Papua New Guinea. First up, please welcome Singapore A. Goal shooter, Priscilla Wong. Goal attack, Go Wei Ping. Wing attack, Nora Gabriel. At center, Laura Lowe. Wing defense, Shannon Tan. Goal defense, Mickey Ung. And goalkeeper, Kay Vishalini. On the bench, Rebecca Leong, Shirley Yip, Zulfa Rashad, Matilda Narayan, and Faith Maria Lawrence. Head coach, Yomi Hong. Assistant coach, Kok Man Wai. Manager, Vanessa Lee, and physio, Ung Chen Tai. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Singapore A. And now, please welcome Papua New Guinea. Goal shooter, Goloa Ovoa. Goal attack, Kala Ali. Wing attack, Jacqueline Lahari. Center, Madison Sivia. Wing defense, Eves Chi. Goal defense, Lesieli Taviri. And goalkeeper, Jepa Tulapi. On the bench for PNG, Shanaz Pellis, Natalie Ono, Millie Chi, Rowena Vele, and Tiana Baldwin. Head coach is Annie Yamo, assistant assistant coach Helen Edwards, team manager Diane Lahari, and team physio Maria Yaki. OCBC Arena, let's hear from both teams, Papua New Guinea and Singapore A. The umpires for this one, Jessica Teng and Yu B. Ling. Reserve umpire Joe Nyani.
There's our umpires on the screen. And so now we know the lineup. So Singapore A, there is 2 changes from them. Michelini, who played goal defence yesterday to start the match, she actually starts in goalkeeper. We see Mickey Ung coming off the bench into a starting position for goal defence, and Faith Maria Lawrence goes to the bench to start. Meanwhile, Papua New Guinea, they've got 2 changes of their own. Leseli Daviri comes off the bench to start in goal defence today, and Japet Tulapi, their captain, moves from goal defence to goalkeeper. So really both defence ends change for each team.
That's right. I'm guessing the change for Team Singapore A with Mickey starting in goal defence was because I think she did a tremendous job as she came on as an impact player in yesterday's game in the second half. Yeah, so I think maybe the coach is rewarding her for her efforts.
And the Pepe is currently the team to beat, knowing that they sit in first place. They have 4 points, great goal percentage, 123.81 actually, so they're leading the competition in both aspects. And you can say that a lot of the fresh legs and the young players in the midcourt are really driving some of that success.
Yeah, that's right. So I think the Papers will be trying to go for their 3rd win of this competition, as Singapore A would like to get their 2nd win. So we'll see how this rivalry goes. I'm quite sure this young side of the Singapore A team will just do their best to overcome currently the champions of, not say the champions, but the leading team at the moment in this tournament.
And we see Singapore A back in the red dresses today.
Yeah,
so they had some success in the blue dress. Let's see what they can do in the red. I do note the coaching staff are wearing yellow, which is actually the Pepe's colour. So
yeah, that's a bit strange.
And of course on the Pepe's dress you can see the beautiful butterflies, because their name does come from the Hiaupara word, butterfly. So that's the connection there. It's quite a unique dress. I don't think I've seen anything like that before in international netball. It's really beautiful. And here we're about to get underway. Madison Xavier with the ball in hand. And they're going the back route.
There we go. Good try there by Laura, the centre. We just talked about how she was really defensive yesterday. So, and the first thing we see in the very first minute is her getting a tip on the ball.
Some great closing speed from Singapore A too, contesting that ball. A couple of penalties to start, but that might start to go their way as the game goes on. The Pepes are going to have to be really certain of their passes.
That's right.
Oh, into the hands.
Good pick up there by Wei Ping.
And this is a real test for Singapore A to see where they sit against a team who is being very dominant over the previous 2 days.
So we see a contact call there against Jefford, the goalkeeper of PNG.
The bounce pass, shooter to shooter, and Priscilla Wong, who is the most accurate shooter on court at the moment. So far, 72 goals at 86% for this tournament. She's been a real target for Singapore A, hasn't she?
That's right. I think both ends, Over and has goal shooter for PNG, as well as Priscilla Wong as goal shooter for Team Singapore A. I think both of these shooters are the dominant ones for both of these teams.
Yeah, so Avoa, 60 goals at 83%. So 12 less goals, a little bit less good on the accuracy, but certainly I think because she's been switching between that goal shooter and goal attack role, maybe that's why the load is a little bit less.
No options in the circle. Laura Lowe having to swing it back.
Yeah, stuck in this one spot of the court, Singapore A. Finally they pierce the goal circle, and on that baseline, a pop through from Priscilla. The crowd starting to lift as they level things up 2-all.
Seems like the crowd today is a bit more loud and I don't know, high-spirited. I can actually hear them from where we're seated.
It was a little bit quiet yesterday, wasn't it?
That's right.
Great rebound then from Ali, and that's a real trademark of her game. Singapore A moving backwards before pushing forwards. Priscilla comes out of the circle. They have occupied that middle channel quite well, haven't they?
Yeah, that's good. I think how Singapore A is playing and how PNG is playing, they're both using the middle channel quite a bit to attack the ball. Yeah, which is always nice, as in to see when there's a great flow and everybody uses the middle channel to just attack through. Yeah.
The coaches would be very happy with that.
Yeah.
Again, just that one option on the centre pass. Oh, what a take in the pocket. Michelini got hands to it but couldn't contain the pass
If
in.
only she could just pull that ball in. Jacqueline was a little bit off-footed when she passed that into Ovoa.
Great shot.
Nice play there by Team Singapore A.
So it feels at the moment, even though it's a fairly even contest, like the Pepes have got a little bit more free flow about their game.
Yeah.
Singapore A playing more of a structured attack at the moment.
Yeah, and I think what the Pepper's defense is doing well is actually they're squeezing the Singapore A attackers all into the middle. So they're creating like this square/box defense, but they're forcing them all in the middle and it's making it all very cluttered and congested. Yeah. But they still managed to even the score.
They're persisting.
And we see Jacqueline very dominant on the centre pass. I think she's received all 4 centre passes so far.
I think for Singapore A, if they can recognise that, maybe do a double up on her and prevent her from getting the ball, that will force a rethink from the Pepes about the way they're approaching their attack.
That's right. So do a double defense on Jacqueline and force the go attack out. So I think just changes things up for them.
So this will be a penalty on the circle edge. Chi out of play. Just 18 years old, the Pepes wing defence. Actually, I was having a little look on social media today, as you do. You have a stalk of the players and see what's going on in their lives and what information you can find out, as we see the offensive contact going against Singapore A, and it's Wei Ping who's been asked to stand aside. But there are a number of players involved in this Singapore A team that also competed at the Asian Youth Championships in June.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I think it was held in Korea.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they came second, I believe, to Malaysia. So they were quite happy with that. Some nice snaps, I think, with their medals and things like that. So we saw Nora Gabriel, Shannon Tan, Michelini, as well as Matilda, Faith Maria and Zulfa, who are all on the bench.
I think majority of them are in this team right now.
Yes.
Yeah, because the Singapore A team, just to give a background, so they're made up of under 21s / development players. So, so it's quite a big group actually. Yeah. I think the total number of players in this squad is actually bigger than the national squad. Yeah, because of how there's 2 aspects to it. There's the under 21s as well as the development. So they're a combination. Yeah, so they do combine trainings together under Mi Hong as the head coach and Coach Man Wai as the assistant. So yeah, I think this group is rather big. So the development players consist of the ones that are above 21. Yeah, whereas the younger ones that you see, like Nora, Gabriel, Michelini, they all are considered under 21, so they competed in the recent Asian Youth. Yeah.
Held ball.
Just took a bit too long there.
Couple too many pumps, I think. The umpire was definitely counting the 3 seconds. Great drive onto the ball then from Sivia.
Really nice flow there by PNG. I think Singapore really just need to put up their defensive pressure a bit faster whenever there's a turnover. Just don't dwell on the mistake and just move on.
Kind of feels like Sivia is being allowed a lot of room to move in centre at the moment, and Laura Lowe is struggling to keep up that defensive pressure we saw in the opening minutes.
Yeah, agree with you. I think I think the defensive pressure always starts from the goal shooter all the way down. Yeah, just putting your hands up, slowing down the pass. There we go, another nice intercept by the wing defense. Is Mirxes. So, but unfortunately, PNG just couldn't keep hold of that. Singapore A on attack again.
Here's that structured play we're seeing from Singapore. They swing out to the pocket. Can they keep it in play? Yeah, they do, but it gets to the P and G Peppies. Oh, but it's come off her and over the back line.
Yeah. Couldn't see who actually had last touch from where we're sitting.
Forcing it in. Oh, and Taviri, I think she was a little bit unlucky there.
Notice the goal defense is the smallest one in the circle, and she's only 22 years of age. Yeah.
Yes, how tall is she standing?
169 cm.
Yeah.
Just slightly under 117. Same for Kala Ali, the goal attack of PNG. Same age as the goal defense, and but she stands at actually 178 cm. She's not that small after all.
No. It's interesting looking at the two goal attacks on each of these teams, because we were comparing the accuracy between the two goal shooters earlier, but both Ali and Wei Ping are shooting at about 75%. And Ali has put up 40 goals, Wei Ping 38. So very, almost like for like in terms of the role they've been able to play for their teams.
Very similar. So the contact call against the goal defense of PNG, and Wei Ping, the goal attack, puts in the shot. I think Shannon, the wing defense, just always so close to just getting that tip on the center pass, but Jacqueline just always manages to pull it in.
Have we seen the double up yet we were hoping for?
No, we haven't seen.
Oh, through the hands and backed up by her teammate inside the circle.
I think PNG's shooting circle, their shooting accuracy has been pretty good actually. I think they barely miss shots, and even if they do, they're always first to the rebound or the loose balls.
Yes, I think that's the best thing about Ali's game that I've seen. I mean, she's obviously a very dynamic player. As we see Sylvia get a tip on the ball, but it's recollected by Singapore A, and now off the hands of the Peppers over the back line.
Just quite a lot happening on this side of the court.
Yes, you mentioned the height of Ali before, and you know, she is one of the shorter players inside the circle generally, and still able to muscle her way to the rebound, which makes such a difference on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think coupled with her accuracy, I think as long as she puts in the shot, she really doesn't have any of that disadvantage in terms of height if she gets the ball through the hoop. So we see another turnover happening for Team PNG.
Some interesting tape on the arms of Japets. Oh, Singapore A hitting the deck at all areas of the court.
Yeah, Mikian just had a really hard tumble. Thought she fell quite hard on the ground. But she looks all okay. So PNG has just extended their lead quite a bit. 6 goals to difference now. Oh, nice man on defense there by Misha, just challenging.
I think something we've seen in a lot of their plays so far is not only Lahari coming out as the only option, a little bit high on that feed as the only option for the centre pass, but also the second phase coming through Madison Sivier. And so she's sort of holding back and then driving on sort of like a flat trajectory to be that second phase. So if Laura Lowe can really start to shut her down a little bit, I think PNG might run into some trouble because they're not got a lot of players coming out for that centre pass and not a lot inside that goal third at that point, looking to help them push towards their goal third. And we can just hear Singapore A, some of their players bouncing the ball. Very unaware that we can hear them right here on the microphone, but that's okay. They've got to do what they've got to do. I think it's Rebecca Leong, is it?
Yeah, they're just warming up, just bouncing the ball, getting their hands ready.
Beautiful shot. Priscilla likes to shoot them from mid-range, and there's the...
And that's the management in the yellow. It's looking so cute. all bright, but their faces doesn't seem like it.
Yellow's my favourite colour.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I do like it on them. It's very
So are
lemon
you
yellow.
secretly a PNG fan?
Oh, well, I am a Diamonds fan.
Oh, yeah, that's
but
true.
we call it gold. The gold and green dress. We don't call it the yellow and green dress.
So they just recently won the Consolation Cup.
Only just.
Yes.
Yeah, by aggregate. Yes.
So actually Diamonds won the first 2 games.
Yes.
But by a tremendous margin.
Yes.
New Zealand took the last 2, but the overall, because of the goal difference, Diamonds still won.
That's right. So New Zealand needed to win by 17 goals in that final game to win the cup.
It's really
and
quite
I
a
think they only
demand.
did it by 2 or 3 in the end.
Yeah.
But I just think it shows you the strength of the home crowd, because last year it was the same story. The 2 first games were played in New Zealand, and Australia lost 2-0 that New Zealand leg. And then as soon as they headed to Australia, they won the final games, the final 2 games. And we saw that flip this time around. So yeah, there's something about playing in front of the home crowd that really seemed to spur New Zealand on.
Yep. Same goes for the Australians.
Yes,
right? Yep.
yes.
So whenever New Zealand plays in Australia, I don't know, they seem to struggle as well. Yeah.
And Grace Nweki coming back for the Silver Ferns too was a big, big win.
Definitely. And she managed to get all 4 quarters just yesterday in the last test.
And even though she's a Silver Fern, I think a lot of Diamonds fans are really happy to see that, because it was devastating when she was ruled out of the World Cup. So
coincidentally, she got injured playing against Singapore.
oh yes, I forgot about that. There you go. Yes. Yeah, lucky we were worried it was the worst. It might be an ACL, but it was not as bad as thought. So that was good. A lot of international netball happening around at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Australia now going to play South Africa in a 3-game series. I was explaining where Cairns in Australia was to you just before.
Yeah, so Brittany was just explaining the entire map of Australia to me.
It's a very big country, isn't it, compared to Singapore?
Definitely. You can get from one end of Singapore to the other in 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how small we are.
Wow. And we were talking about how you can just pop over to Malaysia and grab some groceries via the bridge.
Just takes you 2 hours going across, coming back. But whenever there's a jam, that's a whole different story. It can take you like 5 hours.
Oh, that's the hold up.
Yeah. I think we're talking a bit too much.
23 seconds to go in this opening quarter. It is the Pepes who lead by 7 goals.
Are we going to see a change? I actually see Tiata on the bench with the goal shooter beat on. Is she going to come on for the first time in this competition?
We hope so, because we've seen her sitting on the bench with her shirt on, which kind of indicates to us she's nowhere near ready to come on.
Yeah.
But whether she is injected in this second quarter is, a big question, given she's their most capped player, 88 caps, I believe.
Yeah, I remember when I was still playing, she was the main goal shooter for PNG, and she was a big target for them at the back. It was really quite hard for us Singapore defenders to stop her at that point in time when she was playing actively.
So we'll see if she comes into the game.
Yeah, that's right. So we come to the end of the first quarter, 15 goals to PNG and 9 goals to Singapore A. Still a lot to for Singapore A to catch up, actually. We still had 3 more quarters to go.
Yes, and that's the 3rd straight day that the Pepes have started with a lead in the first quarter. So they're a team that likes to come out strong, and they've been able to do that here on day 3. All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with you for the second quarter. The Pepes rolling on with some dominant form that we've seen throughout the first 2 days of the Nations Cup.
We see a change in Team Singapore A with Michelini moving up to goal defense and Faith Maria coming on as goalkeeper. So Mickey Ng has left the court.
So they went back to the starting combination we've seen in the defensive circle the last couple of days.
We see Tiata coming on as goal shooter. Yes, so she's made her debut for this competition.
89th cap, I believe.
This is the 89 cap, that's right.
Did you say you thought she retired and she's come back to the game?
Yeah. So she played for a couple of years for PNG, being that dominant shooter for them. And then, oh wow, there we see a really nice skillful pass. She just executed to her goal attack. Yeah, so it's nice to see her back again.
7:20 p.m. at night for Papua New Guinea. People tuning in from Port Moresby. A little bit far out for Tiata.
She looks really cute. Like she has this confident smile on her face. Like she looks really cheerful.
She looks like she's enjoying herself, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does.
There it is. I suppose if you think your career is done and then you get another opportunity, you'd probably appreciate it in a different way than you did the first time.
Yeah, that's true. And I think you contribute to the team, the new team that you're in a totally different way as well. Yeah. So you bring a lot of experience from your playing years before, and you're probably not as agile because you've aged, but I think you also change up the way you play, and you're with the experience you're actually smart in how you move and create play as well.
So there is another change for the Pepes. In wing defence, we have Natalie Ono coming on. So this is her second appearance in the tournament. We saw her yesterday in goal defence for the first time. And so this time she just takes a little step further out into wing defence. Shannon looking for an option. And cut off then.
Nice intercept there by Ovoa. Look at Tiata just directing play, just pointing at me like, oh, run in.
That's a wonderful trait that Avoa has. And when she moves from goal shooter to goal attack, you see that she does often start to get some intercepts and some real good defensive plays.
Yeah, a bit like Kara Conan from Australia.
Yes.
Yeah, whenever she plays goal attack, she always gets like an intercept, or you see her doing a hands over pressure and getting a turnover.
Oh yes, and Eve Chi is now in centre. So we see Sivier come off for a little rest.
Yeah, we see a offside call against Laura Low. Yeah, I think I did see her foot go in.
Oh, a little bit loose there in the passing, and Gabrielle picks it up. I think that's the wonderful thing I've really enjoyed watching about Singapore A so far this tournament is, although they are a development side, and this won't count as a cap for.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's
Tiata, because it's against Singapore A. I just had this moment where it was a bit of an epiphany there. What I was going to say is, even though it's not an international cap, I still feel like they're playing like an international side here. They're really standing up to the challenge and providing a tough game for a lot of the incoming teams here.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think they're really well aware that this competition is really just for them to develop, get themselves exposed, and despite how the games are not counted for whenever they play against the opponents, they're always there to give their best, trying very hard, and I think it's just nice, it's just bragging rights to try and get a win, you see? Yeah.
And also a huge opportunity to try and push into the senior side, because there were some players that shined for Singapore A last year who are now in that Singapore senior side.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, front cut, beautiful there from Priscilla. And the crowd likes it.
Yeah, the crowd is really quite loud today. So it's a good thing.
There we have vision.
Yeah, Jacqueline knows how to pass into theatre really well. They've been playing for many years now together.
Way off the transverse line. Wei Ping stuck for an option, and Shannon helps out. Low to Wei Ping in the pocket, and on that baseline, just lurking, is Priscilla within 7. Really forcing them back on the centre pass. Good defensive pressure, and there's that vision
Oh,
again.
wow. That's the second time. Actually, I didn't really expect her to pass it right in. I thought she was looking for Ovoa, who opened on the other side of the court. I think both the defenders of Team Singapore A just needs to really look out for that. I think they can try and go out for a hunt, just not be too early on that. Get their timing right, don't be too early on it.
Good dodge then from Priscilla. Eventually get it to her. Mid-range, a little screen set up from Wei Ping.
Unfortunately, just shot not falling through the hoop. Throw in for Team PNG.
So an offensive contact against the goal attack. No one marking.
Yep, nice down the line in the middle channel. There we go, Ovoa just opening up on the baseline.
So Laura Lowe has been doing some really hard work in attack, but now this is the second quarter. I'm seeing that the centre is being allowed a lot of room to move, so she probably needs to just get back on the player and defend a little bit more.
I think Michelini and Faith Maria also just need to do a little bit more talking. Like, I think they're just getting too sucked into goal shooter Tiata just because of her height, and yeah, so I think they're leaving Ovoa quite open, so maybe they just got to mix it up and maybe get the defenders in front, the wing defense as well as the center, to put up more defensive pressure, maybe putting their hands up to slow down the ball.
To the top. Oh, what a fake, and then the no-look pass. Very tricky from Laura Lowe.
Yeah.
They can't finish the effort. Into the middle channel. I'm just happy to go all the way up the court. Such a target, Baldwin. Oh, and the pass
that's a
back.
bit too much. Oh, she still managed to keep it in. Good work by Jacqueline.
You can see a big smile on her face then. Baldwin.
There we have it. See, the Team Singapore A defenders just getting a little bit too caught up always on one shooter, leaving one totally free. I think they just need to really communicate and speak a bit more.
It's hard not to get stuck, as Michelini, good pick up there, not to get stuck on the body of Baldwin because she is such a tall target. Even if you're in front, she can drop back. She can even just put the arm up and she's got that height advantage over you. So she's a tough shooter to play against. I guess the way that we might see them counteract that is getting the feet moving, confusing the space, and not sort of setting up on her body, because that's what she wants, right? She wants to be able to push off the defender. If you're moving and sort of confusing that feed coming in, that's probably the best chance you've got.
Yep, I totally agree with you. The obstruction call there against the goal defense of PNG, giving Wei Ping the goal attack a second chance at that. There she goes, putting it in.
I think the excellent thing we see from Lahari, she's so clear about where the ball needs to go next.
Yeah.
So composed. Out by 10.
Oh, there we have it. Nice challenge there by Jeffers. Just following Priscilla out the circle, tipping that ball. Team Singapore A still has possession.
Oh, great work then. Speed of the pass, shooter to shooter, really caught the Peppers off guard.
You see Ashley Shannon, the wing defensive team, just getting caught for her hand being out as she tries to defend the player. So I think it's a couple of times now. So I think she just really needs to adjust that. No, it's really quite wasted that she's always out of play on the center pass, because it gives PNG just a lot of room and space to just throw that ball in.
Gabrielle tries to reset on the transverse line and running through. Here's Taviri.
Oh, there we see it, that long pass in. Thought the defenders could just go and have a go at it.
So this is the biggest height advantage we've seen for the Pepes so far this tournament, because Avoa, who is a brilliant holding shooter as much as she is a moving shooter, doesn't have quite as much height as obviously Baldwin does.
Yes, so Baldwin stands at 190 cm and Avoa is at 179. So it's a good 11 cm difference in height. So I think it's quite a tough challenge for the Singapore A defenders this time round. So we're just slightly under 5 minutes in this second quarter. Current scoreline 27 to Papua New Guinea and 15 to Singapore A. We just see another turnover there against Singapore.
Oh, so close, Michelini.
She read that really well. Just couldn't pull the ball in. So sometimes when you have such a big target in the circle, actually you can always afford to do like screens in the circle, like the goal shooter just shielding a defender off and then the goal being able to run the base. Yeah. So I think these are the different tactics that you can have apart from just lobbing the ball in. Yeah.
I think though what Michelini did well there is she'll make them think about breaking against Lahari. She can't believe it.
Just give the umpire a bit of a stare.
I think Michelini will make them think about doing that option again.
Yeah, that's right.
Even though she wasn't able to get the ball, that disruption in play.
She's like, she's alerting PNG that I know what you're up to.
Yes.
I'm all ready for it.
Wei Ping finding some space. Yeah.
Great shot to finish it off.
Singapore A's ball. Great depth. And now the easy front cut for Wei Ping gets offloaded to Priscilla.
Yeah, I think that was a really nice flow there by Team Singapore A. I think just 3 to 4 passes in and they managed to score that goal off. There we go, the same call against Shannon, the wing defense. So I think she really just needs to adjust it because it's really advantageous to PNG having they didn't really have to put in that much of an effort to just pass the ball in. Yeah.
It just relieves the pressure a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
No, low hits circle edge really well, and Priscilla takes aim.
Great shot in, unfazed by the jump that Jefford did against her.
So again, it's Lahari, the only option coming out for that centre pass.
Yeah, I think Team Singapore A really just needs to think about how they can stop her on the centre pass. I think she's taking it a bit too easy now. Oh, wow.
The no look from Baldwin to Avoa, and the pass is actually a little offline, but thanks to the post, it bounced off and into the hands of the Pepes.
She actually has quite good ball handling skills. a bit tricky, and she has some tricks up her sleeves.
That's right. Oh, straight into the hands of Japet. And they give it back.
Bit of confusion there. No one to pass to, and then she just released the ball to the wrong player.
When you were playing against Baldwin, did she have that no-look pass in her then, or can you remember?
I think she was more of like really just that holding shooter for them, and because they had a crafty wing attack like Jacqueline, and a goal attack that was both accurate and just as crafty as Jacqueline. So I think they were the ones working the ball down to circle edge or even into the circle, and then Baldwin was always just that big target there to offload in case of anything, either a long pass in or a second pass from the goal attack to her. So actually I see her moving a lot more now as compared to last time. Yeah. So she's playing more of like that role of the shooter coming out, whereas Avoa is the one coming into the circle later on. Yeah.
Oh, well done, Natalie Ono. Waiting for the call, it didn't come.
She's like, oh, did she just hit my tie? Am I getting a call again?
17 seconds left of this first half. And Singapore looking to score quickly. The Pepes have really started to assert their dominance in the second quarter Waping though, offloading, and she probably should have put that shot up.
I think she was just unaware that the clock was ticking and it was time's up before she decided not to release it to Priscilla instead. And there we have it. We've come to the halftime of this game. Papua New Guinea having quite a lead. 31 goals to them and 19 goals to Singapore A.
Yeah, so the Peppers winning that quarter, 16 goals to 10. It was quite a dominant performance over that 15 minutes, helped by the injection of Natalie Ono into the defensive position, as well as Tiata Bowen into goal shooter. So what are they going to throw at Singapore A in the third quarter? You'll have to stay tuned to find out. In front by 12 goals at the moment, Papua New Guinea.
So we see another change in the Team PNG lineup. We have Tia Baldwin coming off the court, and we have the new goal shooter coming on.
Yes, Rowena Vele. There's another change in the mid-court as well. So Madison Sevier comes back on into wing attack. She started the game in centre. And we also see Millie Chi on the court.
Yeah, that's right. And for Team Singapore A, we actually see Zulfa Rashad. I think it's her first time coming on court for this competition.
Yes.
And we see Laura Lowe leaving the court for the first time, and Shannon from wing defence moving up to centre.
And Apellis has come on in goalkeeper. So there's lots of changes coming here. I mean, the Peppies have a huge lead, so it's probably an opportunity for them to trial some new combinations, but also some changes for Singapore A, who are trying to... Oh, what a take from Lawrence.
Great intercept there.
Oh, beautiful. So I think they're trying to really try and spark something with some changes here. Is that right?
That's right. I think we see Mickey Ng coming back on court as well. So she started the game as goal defence. She left the court after the first quarter. Now she's back on in the third quarter as wing defence.
So that is at least 4 changes for Papua New Guinea. And how many changes for Singapore, do you think? About 4?
I think about there as
that
well.
That must be some kind of record.
Maybe the coaches from both teams discuss this. Like, I'll put this way on, you put that one on.
Completely different teams each half. So how will all of these changes settle in for either side? That's going to be the interesting part of this quarter. Oh, beautiful roll off the body, and even though that feed met the hands of Michelini, it still reached Ovoa, the intended target.
Yep. So I think what PNG is really good at is they're always starting from the middle channel, doing their prelim movements, and then coming back in the middle channel to receive it. So they're always able to play along the middle channel really well. Yeah. So I think Singapore A can actually realize this and see what they can do differently on defense. So would they like to make them more uncomfortable, not give them that space to play in the middle channel? And there we see a nice intercept there by Nora Gabriel on PNG's centre pass.
So talk to me, because Zulfa Rashad was part of that team from Singapore that went to the Asian Youth Championships.
Yep.
She's only 19 years old.
She was actually the main shooter for the Asian Youth team for Singapore. I think she paired up with Nora Gabriel's goal attack. Yeah, so I think it'll be nice to see what she can do for this team, like provide a different type of shooting ability. Oh, she's really good at firing shots. Like, that's her forte. Like, see what she can bring differently from Wei Ping. Yeah, I know she's playing a goal shooter role, and that's where she's most comfortable at. But I think her pairing with Priscilla, let's see how they can provide different options to the mid-court players.
That feed a little bit high there for Vele.
And I think adding on, I think it's Zulfa Rashad's also first tournament in that sense, international tournament at this level. Yeah, so she didn't get the chance to play last year in the Nations Cup, but I think this is her first time competing.
And so what kind of player is she? Is she quite elusive inside that circle?
Yeah, I think she's more of like a dodgy player. Like, she likes to dodge, or she'll link the middle. Yeah, she does quite a lot of baseline runs, but I think the main standout is her ability to shoot from far range. Yeah. There we see her having a little bit of tumble in that replay.
Trying to dodge though.
Yeah.
Trying to be an option inside the circle. Avoa, an easy one under the post. Out by 13 now, the Pepes.
I think it's my first time actually seeing Shannon play in the middle. Like, yeah, she's usually a defender when she plays for Sneakers in the Netball Super League, and mainly a wing defense for the national side. Yeah, so it's actually my first time seeing her as a like a pure attacking mid-court player.
So Shannon was being pulled up a little bit on the centre pass when she was trying to defend the wing attack early in the game. Obviously shifting to centre will probably take some of that away, but it will be interesting to see how she adapts from one position to the other.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you think maybe that change in centre was to bring more of a defensive mind to that center position.
Yeah, that could be it. I think because, like you mentioned just now, when Madison was in the middle, she had quite a bit of free flow running around the court. Me, Laura was a little bit tired, just lagging behind. I think just needed to have a little bit more oomph. Putting Shannon there, as she's naturally as a defender, maybe she could be able to stop her better. Oh, nice. Tip there by Mickey, just reading it. Unfortunately, PNG still manages to keep in play. And there we have Ovoa just slotting that goal in so easily.
So despite all of the changes so far, PNG have rolled on pretty comfortably. I was too busy looking at the challenge between Apellis and Rashad. She's copying a bit from behind, isn't she?
Yeah, I think she's just not used to this physicality, I think. But it's good. I think it's a nice start for her to come on and really feel what international netball is like. Yeah.
Welcome to the international stage.
Yes.
It's kind of like a step up, isn't it, to learn what it's going to be like. So a change. Avoa comes off the court and goal attack, and we see Ali roll back on into her starting position. It's an interesting change.
Yeah. I think we always see both Avoa and Ali always just pairing up with the other goal shooter. I always see these combinations happening here and there. Yeah, so they'll take turns to pair up with her. So I think the coach is just sticking to what they've been doing.
Sailing through the air. It's Priscilla, and she tries to back it up here. She drives into the circle.
I think good try there, good attempt. Shannon saw it, but I think the pass was just a little bit too high.
Singapore A has started to try and force that feed in when it's not there sometimes. And that's probably the pressure on the scoreboard at the moment from the Pepes.
Pressure on the scoreboard as well. I think finding it hard to find easy options as well, so you're just forcing things in.
A little bit of a dance happening between Lawrence and Ali then. And Lahari has come off the court, but the Pepes have persisted with that plan and attack of just the wing attack coming up being the only option in centre. Hasn't paid off for them here, and I think that's probably something Singapore recognised at halftime.
That's right.
They needed to shut that down.
And I think with the change as well, I think with Shannon, I don't see her doing what Laura did. Like, she's actually helping the wing defense. Now she's helping Mickey out and that double on defense on the wing attack. So I think that's making it slightly easier for them to stop PNG on center pass, just giving them a little bit of a harder time.
Well, Rashad has missed a couple of shots despite trying to put them in long, and that was a wonderful take then.
Yeah, wonderful take, great elevation.
So I think for Rashad, it's going to be just trying to get a goal now that will help her settle into the game.
We see more changes happening for Team Singapore A. I think with the scoreline and with PNG just pushing out a bit more, I think Coach Mi Hong has decided to bring on her bench. Yeah. Some of these players haven't had court time so far in this competition. So we see Shalin coming on as wing attack. Yep.
Her first time.
And then we see Nora Guerrero moving out to centre. I don't think I've even seen Nora play centre. So this is really interesting.
She's not listed as a centre player, but obviously has played inside that mid-court, so...
Yeah, I think she can play everywhere.
She can shoot as well,
yeah,
apparently.
She plays shooter. She started off as a defender. She played shooter in the Super League. And now she's playing mid-court in the national scene. So yeah, she plays all 7 positions, I guess.
Well, she's putting her body on the line here. That's really impressive to be able to shift across all those positions. The Pepes nearing 40
good
goals.
Try there by the Team Singapore defenders. They recognized that high ball come in, went for it, but Kala Ali was just too good. Her elevation is brilliant.
She was sandwiched, but still able to rein that ball in. Has missed the shot here, though, a little bit short. Chased it down. Chi swings it overhead. And it feels like Ali has become the real dominant shooter inside that circle since coming on.
Yeah, that's right. So I think when Ovo is off the court, she becomes that playmaker for them. Yeah. Having to go back on the center pass for Team Singapore A. No options coming through forward. Oh, there we go. A nice tip there by the center of PNG, Eve Chi.
Some long passes here from Singapore A. Would pop through on the edge of the circle then from Yip.
Yeah, I think she came on and did quite nice. Started so far getting rid of a defender. I think the shooters just have to finish off their shots.
Five minutes to play until the last break of this game. And just rolling on here, the Pepes. Was it the stepping call then?
Yeah, I think it was like a hop. There we go, a little bit more confident movement there by Zulfa Rashad. Unfortunately, just not able to put that ball through the hoop. And she just needs to settle down, calm her nerves, understand it's her first international tournament, so I believe she must be feeling a bit panicky there.
I did like that Priscilla came over and gave her a high five.
Yeah. I think just some encouragement there, support, saying that it's okay, we'll get this back. See that swing happening just to open up, and there we go. Ali all alone underneath the post.
We're seeing that a lot from the Pepes. They're confident to go over the top of the circle. So if Singapore can get their hops on, maybe they can cut off some of those swings. Yep. Priscilla.
Oh, great take.
A brilliant take, you're right.
You see PNG, that fast swift movement. Great coming around by Faith, just tipping that ball out.
An option from Chi on the edge of the circle. And Vele's role in the team has changed so much since Ali came on. Before, she was trying to put the shots up herself. And play on as Michelini just has a little rest.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Was it a stepping call?
I was too busy looking at Michelini.
Yeah, because she fell there and just sat there.
Had a breather.
She's like, let me just take my time. She got the ball anyway.
So Vele put the shot up then, but we have seen her acting as more of a feeder despite being in the goal shooting position.
Oh, just a bit too much. There we go.
Oh,
she's hit the deck quite hard. Legs just feeling probably fatigued.
Oh, she's doing a lot of hard work over there.
She does look a bit comfortable, after that tumble. Oh, there we have it. Nice challenge there by Nora Gibble and nice pick up by Faith. They looked a bit surprised that they got the ball back. Let's hope Singapore can capitalize on this turnover.
Pepe is currently leading this quarter, 11-6.
Right.
So it has been a very dominant quarter again for them.
We see the shooters haven't come out the circle. The defenders of Pepe just doing really well. Oh, there we go. Nice defensive pressure there. And then a turnover for Papua New Guinea. Oh, then nice double play. Nice fake there. Just moving the ball, bringing Faith and Misha towards the same shooter and then opening up at the back. Oh, a nice, beautiful long range shot. So current scoreline with just 50 seconds left, 43 goals to PNG, 25 to Singapore A.
Heading into that pocket.
We see another goal coming in for PNG.
Yeah, right underneath, fell there. Unmarked.
Yeah,
a little bit short on the shot.
The defender Singapore just looking a bit flat. Like,
yes, I think we might need a change in there.
just a bit confused about who's taking who, a bit flat-footed. Yep, hopefully we see a change with a new defender coming on to just beef up that defense.
And Michelini hasn't looked as comfortable since she took her second tumble. I think she came down awkwardly on the hip, so
Yeah.
whether that's the change just to give her a bit of a rest, she probably has been one of their best defenders, and she just takes it intercept then and says, I don't want to come off. Not me, no. Oh, keeping it in play.
Oh, unfortunately, just not enough time to bring that ball all the way down, but Zulfa still tries to attempt that shot. Unfortunately, it's not counted. So this is the end of the third quarter for the game between Papua New Guinea and Singapore A, with Papua New Guinea taking quite a big lead. It's almost 20 goals up. Let's see how Singapore A can come back in that final quarter to just close up that gap.
Chile, 3 wins in a row by day 3 of this Nations Cup. They are looking like the strongest team here at this tournament. And it's a credit to all they've been trying to build on the court. Some of the youngsters coming in, building with the more mature players.
So we see another change for Team Singapore A. We have Rebecca Leong taking the court for the first time in goal attack. So I think we see Zulfa just having that 1 quarter and just coming off.
So what can we expect from Rebecca Leong?
So she plays for Sneakers, the club that quite a few of the national players play in. Yep. So she's also one of the key shooters in that club for the Netball Super League. She plays both goal attack, goal shooter, but mainly see her in goal shooter. So let's see what she can do. I think she's quite a crafty player. Yeah. So she opens up the circle quite nicely. Pretty steady and calm as well as a player in general. Yeah. So I hope she can bring something to Team Singapore A in this final quarter. And we also see another new change in goalkeeper, Matilda, which is coming on. I think it's her first time making an appearance in this tournament as well. Matilda actually competed last year in the Nations Cup for Team Singapore A. I think it's her second time being in the team.
And that means that Singapore A have run through their entire 12 in this game.
Yeah, that's right. I think everyone has come on and had a chance. Yeah. It's nice to see that because the first 2 games we actually saw but just only 1 change in both games with Nikki coming on and them sticking to their main 7 mostly for most part of the games.
Oh, bulldozing through was...
unfortunately, she should just pick that up.
Yeah. There you go.
She had hands on the ball. Yeah, so just for the viewers watching, we're not allowed to roll the ball in netball. It'll be considered it's just a call that that the umpires will blow you for. Yeah.
You do see people getting away with what looks like a roll sometimes as they feed into the circle down low. But yes, you're not technically allowed to roll the ball. So that was a really strong challenge then between Mickey Ang and Madison Sevier.
Yeah, I thought she had a little bit of an awkward fall there. I think her knee was like bent at a weird angle. But she looks fine.
And the court is not soft. It is actually quite painful when you hit the deck.
It is. Especially when you fall on your bum.
Yes. And so we see, as you mentioned, that... okay, close then. Singapore A to sticking the ball. The change we probably need to see in defence because Michelini had done a mountain of work up until that point. And she's played every game for them, almost the full 60 minutes in every game. So she gets a well-deserved rest and an opportunity comes Narayan's way.
We also see Jacqueline Lahari in centre. We usually see her in wing attack. She's actually playing centre.
Well, very speedy.
Yeah. See quite a number of passes between Team Singapore A, but I think just want to secure that possession and get closer to the post. Unfortunately, just couldn't put that shot in. PNG comes out with the rebound.
Well, hasn't Talapi come alive in this final quarter?
Yeah, she has. She definitely has.
I mean, they're in front by a mile, you would say, the PNG Peppies, but she has got so much to play for, really just looking to prove that they're not done yet.
Yeah.
Stepping in, Vele.
And sometimes, even though I think PNG has been winning so far, I think sometimes they just want to have a big lead against certain teams. I think just to secure that placing on the table. So just in case there's a 3-way tie, or you never know what's going to happen in between the other matches.
Because they've played, obviously, Singapore A in this game. They've played Canada.
Singapore. They played Singapore, Canada.
Yes. So they've still got Cook Islands to come, as well as Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think you're right. I mean, there's nothing guaranteed in this tournament, and Cook Islands could come back with a bit of a vengeance. I mean, we're really looking forward to seeing that matchup between the 2 Pacific Island kind of teams, and so it might be quite close in terms of the style of play when they get to that fixture. And so I guess they just want to cement as much as they can before they get into the final couple of days of play.
see Team Singapore A just finding it hard. There we have it. Nice. Nailing the thread. Just passing it through the middle. Yep. So I think it's okay if Singapore A just keeps passing it around, just playing possession rather than trying to pass it in with like unclear options. So I think it's just better that they're doing it this way in the final quarter.
Oh. So a caution given to Mickey Young. I think it might be the first of this game that we've seen. I mean, the game before we had you in comms, there was someone actually sent off the court for
really?
2 minutes. Yes.
Okay.
A lot of warnings given as well to both sides, really, actually, in that Cook Islands and Sri Lanka game. Yeah. So that's the first time we've seen that kind of caution given in this one.
Oh, we see Faith coming out that nice. Unfortunately, her teammate had an obstruction call, so that wasn't counted. PNG still with possession. So what position was it that the player got sent off?
It was Rodrigo, the Sri Lankan wing defence, and it was for persistent contact as well.
Oh, okay.
And then we had both circle defenders for the Cook Islands on warnings.
Oh, wow.
So everyone was really flirting with what they could get away with, really testing the umpires.
Really quite a physical game. Nice running down into the pocket by Laura, and there we go. Nice feed into Priscilla.
Behind by 17 goals, but still fighting Singapore A.
Oh, great tip there by Mickey. Just taking her feet, just running through and getting the intercept. So I think despite quite a number of changes for Team Singapore A, I think they're slowly finding their foot, just settling down. I know it's a bit too late in the last quarter, but at least we know with the new combinations and the new plays coming on for the first time, I think they're doing not too bad, yeah.
And it's a balance for these coaches of Singapore A, isn't it? Oh, very close with to getting a bit of possession there for the Pepes. It's a balance between exposing these players and preparing them for international netball in the years to come, and also trying to win games. So I think when the score starts to get out of hand and out of reach, that's when you think, okay, it's time to sort of breed some new players, blood some new players, I mean to say. And they're doing pretty well so far. Here's Leong with a shot.
Yeah, nice shot there by Rebecca. Smart of her to do that double play, to just inch forward a little bit closer to the post so she can secure that shot. Nice drive down by Lahari. She does that so well with that pop into the shooter.
Midway through the final term, Pepes lead 48-32. Bit of a fake there from Low. And it helps to get the ball into the circle and into Priscilla Wong's hands.
Great shot. I think she's just more comfortable back at goal shooter. We saw her play goal attack in the third quarter. Didn't see her attempt much shots. But now she's back at goal shooter. She's actually controlling the circle quite well. Getting the ball quite easily along the baseline. Nice swing across just to open up the circle.
Oh, beautiful play.
There we go again.
The build-up to post from Singapore A, finished with a flick shot. Ono comes back to Lahari, and they find Ali down low, bit of a drop pass, and that's the flirting with the roll, isn't it? Because sometimes a little bit of momentum gets on the ball.
Contact call there against Matilda. I think just not going off the body, coming around. I think she's a bit stuck on the goal shooter at the moment.
Matilda just 20 years old too.
Yeah,
so
she's pretty young.
Yeah.
Actually, last year she competed for the main Singapore team in the Nations Cup. Yep. So this year she's playing for the A team instead. So she's also quite versatile, a little bit like Nora Gabriel. She plays the shooting end, she plays the defensive end. Yeah, maybe just not in the middle. Nice long pass to Laura, who drives deep.
Yeah, it's interesting. In the official booklet, she's listed as a goal attack, wing defence Matilda, but in the notes I was sent before the tournament, goal attack, goal shooter and goalkeeper.
Yeah, so she plays both ends,
yeah,
like from my memory, yeah.
And mid-court, really, I mean, if you consider the wing defence role.
Yeah.
With 5 minutes left in the second game on day 3. And there's a change. Belair comes off the court. And do we see Avoa roll back in? No?
No.
Is it Baldwin? We can't see because we're hidden behind the stands. We'll have to wait till we head up that back into the court and we can see on camera. Priscilla. Nice and steady underneath.
It's always nice to see a left-handed shooter. Yeah.
Yes, it's Baldwin.
Oh, it's Baldwin? Yeah. Oh, yeah, she's back. Oh, we see that height. Great intercept there by Mickey. Unfortunately, she just went offside, but it was really nice.
Mickey has been so close on a number of occasions now.
Yeah, that's right.
He's just a little bit unlucky.
You see some Papua New Guinea fans in the stands. Some of their family has flown over.
Well, actually, we were reflecting before about Singapore A has rotated through their full 12 today. So have Papua New Guinea.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
Both sides have really used the depth of the squad. As the captain here picks up some free possession.
There we go. Nice read there by Faith. So that's what I mean. So Papua New Guinea always likes to play through the middle channel and thing. So Singapore A just really has to have a go at that. She looked a bit uncomfortable.
I honestly thought that Lawrence was maybe going to be pulled up for goal defence then for intimidation because she was just kind of jumping up and down on the spot like a jack in a box.
She's quite comical actually as a player.
She had springs in her shoes.
There we go, another call against PNG. Not sure what it is. Was it a breaking call?
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't hear, sorry. I think a player was standing out of place, I'm not sure.
So probably an offensive contact.
Oh, great read gather. And just feeding into Leong.
Great shot by Rebecca Leong. We've seen quite a few nice clean shots by her.
14 goals difference.
Unfortunately, a breaking call against Shalene. Just came off the line too early on that centre pass. Oh,
here's that switch into the middle and then diverting out again that you've been talking about.
Yeah.
So they almost use it like a pivot, don't they?
So it's either they start from the middle channel, move out and then come back in, or it's the other way around.
And sometimes they just go right up the guts the whole way through.
There we see a missed shot there by PNG. Team Singapore A on attack. Nice long run, just letting the ball go by Mickey.
We have the Singapore senior tie just walking behind us here, having a look at what we can see on screen as they prepare for their game coming up against Canada. Here's Leong. Long range, swish.
Great shot there. So we're just coming to the end of the final 2 minutes of this last quarter. PNG still has quite a great lead. But I think Singapore A is doing quite well in this final quarter. Are they actually leading?
That is a great question. Let me just do my maths.
Yeah, just for this final quarter, they could actually be winning this quarter. We see another oversprayed ball there by PNG. Just too much on that pass. Singapore A with a turnover.
You have very much picked up on that. So they lead this quarter 16-8, Singapore A.
Oh, wow.
I think because the difference was so big, we didn't quite notice it until now we're leading towards the back end of the quarter and going, hang on, that score's a little bit closer now.
See them playing possessions. So I think that's really great. It's always nice to see the team having that patience, just not losing the ball unnecessarily, just playing the ball around, making sure they find clearer options. And there we have Rebecca attempting another shot.
Oh, it just goes off the top, but she'll get a second bite at it of the cherry here.
Nice shot in.
So do you think head coach Yeo Mi Hong will be really pleased that they've been able to turn it around in this final quarter with those changes?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And on top of that, I think it also gives her more confidence in her bench players, knowing that these people who have yet to have a quarter or haven't come on in this tournament, I think they've come on and really did really well. I think she will probably have more faith and probably have to think harder on who she should start in her next game.
And we see the bench there really cheering them on, trying to prevent Papua New Guinea from scoring again. Scoreline now within 11, but Ali takes the ball in hand and it's a lovely loopy shot.
Nice shot there.
Out by 12, 3 seconds to go. Can Leon get it through? 1 second, no, won't count. 52-40, the score will remain. It has to have left, it has to go through the net, yes, before the buzzer sounds, and that rule may change in time to come.
Yeah, that's right. Apparently next year they might change it.
Yes,
so
there's been talk about it.
So they said once the ball releases off the hand of the shooter, even though time has been called, and if the ball goes through the hook, it's going to count. Yeah, so hopefully that will be a new implementation to the rules. So we've come to the end of game number 2 or day 3 of the Mirxes Nations Cup 2023. PNG has taken their 3rd win of this tournament.
Yes, and Singapore win that one 15-9, I believe, if I've done my maths right there. So it is 12 goals difference at the end, and we did see that they like to compete in the sixes, didn't we, Papua New Guinea? They're, leading by, started taking a lead in each quarter by 6 goals up until that final one where Singapore A really swung momentum and took back a little bit of dominance with the changes.
Yeah, I think it's really nice to see Singapore A, despite losing the first 3 quarters, they still had that fight in them to still want to do well and at least win a quarter before the game ends. So I think it was nice to see many changes as well, all 12 coming on court for both teams. Yeah, I think it's been a pretty great game to watch.
And what do you think about the Pepes? 3 games straight now they have been able to get a victory. They'll be holding on to that top spot, you'd have to think.
Yeah, they have been really strong, and I think it's really great to see that they equally have good players on the bench, and I think other teams are vying to try and go against them. Yeah, I think we'll see more fight in Cook Islands and Sri Lanka, maybe trying to see if they can overcome Papua New Guinea, because they have had quite comfortable wins so far, apart from them winning Singapore by a small margin in the first game. Yeah, so we'll see them dominating the competition, and I'm pretty sure I will expect them in the finals actually.
Yeah, they're looking really good at the moment in red hot form. Well, Pavinia, thank you so much for joining us. Pav, as you're a better well known, but it's been great to have your insights for this middle game on day 3.
Yeah, thank you, Brittany.
Standing by PNG's Ruina Vele Ruina. Another impressive performance. That's 3 wins in 3. I know it might be a bit premature, but is it time to start to think about winning the entire tournament for you guys? Do you think you're going to be winning, or is it time to start thinking about winning the entire tournament?
I think let's speak.
In the mic.
Oh, sorry. Well, I think we have a strong, we've been winning, or we've won 3 games now, so I'm pretty confident that we are able, we can go through to winning the Nations Cup. Is it? Yeah.
And tomorrow you guys go out in Sri Lanka. They are the Asian champions. How will you guys be approaching that game?
I don't know how. Well, I reckon we'll just play the game that we play. and we'll like put like strong players on first, and then depending on how like we go, we can just like make the little changes that the coach makes, yeah, and then we'll just see how we go. But I hope
See
we
how
win,
it goes. Well, enjoy the win today. But before you go, we want you to sign a match ball and throw it out to one lucky fan. They'll know what to do. They'll make a lot of noise. They'll ask for it. And it's up to you to decide who you think deserves it. All right, Arena. One lucky fan can be walking away with a match ball. Thank you so much, Arena Villa. Still one more game to come today. It's Singapore taking on Canada at 7 p.m.